Hello and welcome to Kitterick Farms. We're back with another episode of the Minnesota Millennial Farmer map, and we've entered late spring here. So our snow has finally melted, and it rained a little bit over the previous season day cycle. And so we've waited for the ground to dry up a little bit so we can go ahead and get started planting some beans today. We've got the planters are both set up and ready to go here, so I think what we're going to do is probably leverage a courseplay worker to hit one of them while we go and knock out the other. There has been an update to the 8RX on the mod hub by Sid Modding here, so we actually have 3D tracks now, which is kind of cool. Trying to get a good look at them here at a side angle, but yeah, these are the nice little tweaks that continue to get made to these mods that really add to the overall experience. And so with that, I think we're gonna set the 8R up on a course play track on one of our fields, and then we're gonna actually take that 8RX out and give it a spin since it just got updated. Looking at these fields, let's go ahead and just set courseplay up on this field one that we plowed last time, since we want a little bit of variety. I don't want to be just working that same field one. I think that both this and the other field were corn last year, so it'll make good sense to put soybeans in here. And so I think what we're going to do, actually, if I pause for just a minute here, while this starts to unfold, is if we look at the map, these two were corn last year. This was soybeans, and I think this was a wheat field. So we're going to put soybeans in these fields here. We're going to put corn in this big field 3. And then I think we're also going to put corn in field 4 and corn in field 12. And so that'll give us some good corn. Oh, I forgot, we got field 2. Since I didn't own either of these fields last time, I think maybe we'll put corn in these two big fields and field 4, and then we'll do soybeans in these 3 fields down here. That'll make moving equipment and stuff around a little bit easier as well. So if we pop open courseplay here, we're going to just set up a real quick, let's see, 2 headland passes, and oops, couldn't find a field, generate, and it's going clockwise. I wanted to go counterclockwise. Where's my, there we go, counterclockwise. There we go. And I just need to back up here a little bit because it wants to go around the curve always, which confuses me. Start at the first waypoint. Here we go. All right, we've got our worker all fired off here and ready to go, it seems. He missed the whole corner there. Oh well. He looks like he's good to go. And if we just check the map here, yep, he is good to go. All right, so with that out of the way, let's jump over to our 8RX, and we're gonna take him down here and plant soybeans ourselves in this slightly larger field, just down the road here, our previous field. And then I think what we do is once we get done with both of those, we will set up courseplay to do this field across the road and get some good footage of that. I'm super excited to get back into the farming. We've spent far too many episodes getting everything set back up as we moved over to the new version of the map. So I'm hoping future versions will not require a wipe of the farm. So we're going to get this unfolded here. It does look like the multi-terrain angle is working appropriately. I didn't think to take notice of that when we were plowing last time, but that's a nice addition to the map at least. Alright, finally we are unfolded here. I don't know why that popped up. So we're going to, I'm trying to think about the best way to approach this field. I think we're going to start along this long edge here. Get over just a little bit more here. And yeah, I'm liking it. This DB60 with the tracks on it and the 8RX with the upgraded tracks here. This is a slick looking machine. Looks like our 8R has finished up the other field here, so we're going to finish this pass real quick. Got a little bit of getting around this tree to do. We almost ran into that. Wasn't quite paying attention. So we're gonna finish this pass and then I'll hop over into that 8R and get him started on this other field. We missed just a smidgen right there. That's gonna drive me nuts. We're gonna have to hop a couple of rows here and pick that up. There we go. Farm sim planting mechanics. Turning too tight. There we go. Alright, so we just gotta get around this little tree island thing here. I'm probably gonna plant up to it and then back up, I think. Otherwise, it's just gonna miss that little triangle bit. There we go. Yeah, the workers just do not handle that little island that well. And I don't think it's painted out of the fieldscape, because I guess I could cut those trees down and plow that in. So courseplay doesn't really do a good job of going around it either. So we're kind of on our own for that bit. That's why I don't tend to use courseplay in this field. That and the fact that it doesn't handle the big creek area there very well as well. So with it being such a oddly shaped field, this is going to be the best field for us to manually take control and do a few things. And so with that, we're getting to the end of the field here. We're just gonna, I think, turn around and get set back up before we shut the tractor off. Something like this. There we go. And we're good to go for the next round, but we're gonna run over here. We're gonna need to check on our seed levels too. I don't think this little field should have done much, but about half of our fertilizer actually. So I think what we'll do is, before we head on over to the other field here, we're going to drive this back up in the yard and get the fertilizer and seed filled back up, since we're right here by the farm. And then we will head on over and get this big field across the way started here with courseplay, while we finish up this medium-sized field in front of us. Oh, it hasn't raised up yet. This planter folds realistically, I guess, realistically slow. And I'm way too impatient for that at most times. So just gotta be a little bit more patient. At some point, it'll be nice if they introduce just more vehicle damage type mechanics, such that doing things like driving away while you're still folding your vehicle is going to cause damage. That would be fascinating. That was some interesting camera shenanigans. And I think I'm going to start farther away this time, and then I can always get closer if I need to. Permas Modding sent me a fix for this, and I forgot to download it. Curses. Let's see if I can rip it off of here. There we go. There is a fix available if you're having issues with the Wilson trailer and getting the hoses back off of it. Permas Modding has working on a fix for that. I've got a early release version of that to try out, and I have failed to test it. So I will make a point of doing that today and hopefully send him some feedback that it's good to go. However, in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and... Oh, I'm pumping the wrong way. There we go. Fill this thing up real quick. Jump in here. It is full already. Good deal. So we're going to go ahead and unhook this guy. And you will notice, hopefully you'll notice, that the hose struggle was nowhere near as painful today as it was in the past. And so sometimes you just got to kind of get used to using it. Oh, we forgot to turn our semi off. It's a lot less frustrating if you space things out the right way and you're not in a hurry. You're just taking your time and setting it all up the right way. So take that for what you will. Now we need to fill our planter up before we take off. I'm just gonna leave it there and do the maneuvering with the pickup truck here. And so this should have enough seed left in it to fill it up, we hope. It's got 44%. Yeah, we should fill this thing up with this. So let's go ahead and see if our loading skills have improved. Nope. I guess until they come out with a version that has the auger that you can actually move around to adjust and fine tune like you would in real life, I'm not going to stress out too much about not being perfectly lined up. And that's that. Oh, we did not. We need to fold that up, but not this. There we go. All right, let's get this thing going on the other field now. All right, so we're pulling back up here into the other field, and I think we're just going to go ahead and get courseplay set up while this thing is unfolding. We are going to be doing field 12. I'm going to still do 2 headland passes. I'm going to adjust this headland corners, I think is... I've seen that this works better. I'm going to try it out and see what happens. Everything else looks good here, other than this time. I actually do want to go clockwise. And yeah, this is going to be okay. This is going to get a little funky down here at the end. If I add a 3rd headland pass, does that make that less funky down there? Not really. If I only did 1 headland pass, would that be less funky? I don't trust myself. We're gonna do 2. Alright, so we need to start at the first waypoint, but we need to get all lined up here, so whip it around, drive course. Good luck. See you later, sir. We're gonna try and get our screenshot. Oh, madam, excuse me. Alright, now back to our 8RX here. We got some soybeans to finish ourselves. Oh, this is such a sweet looking rig. I like it. Alright, let's get this fired up, and I think we're all lined up on GPS still, so away we go. So that's going to wrap up the bulk of the field here. We've got just a little bit up here by the creek, I think, that we still need to fill or finish. So let's check and see how we're doing from a fertilizer perspective. It looks like we're going to be good. Running a little low, but we got enough to finish this field, I think. So we're going to get going back up here, just trying to find the right track to stay lined up. Don't want to have any awkward skipped bits here in between the rows. So yeah, this should just be, you know, maybe 2 more passes there on the side there. You know, a round and a half, because we did the headland up here, so I think it's just going to come to a point over this hill. Maybe we have to go all the way to the end to get this little 3-foot section here in the middle. Actually, it's probably more like 6 foot. Either way, once we finish this up, we may stop over in that other field and actually try to help that guy out by taking out that little awkward section up on the peak, so that we can then just help him finish that field a little bit faster, so he doesn't have to sit there and do all the turning around in those short spots. I think I can do that as a lengthwise plant cycle here outside of courseplay. I do wish courseplay was smart enough to detect if the ground had already been planted, like by me manually, that it would at least just lift up the implement, if not, you know, skip over that part altogether. But we are a little ways away from those kind of mechanics, I believe. I'm thinking kind of like a sprayer section control for planters. There's a mod on the mod hub that does something similar for more European style planting, where you can create tram lines with your planter, and it does half width shutoffs on a lot of the planters, where you can shut off the left side or the right side to allow you to get the tram line set up the right way as you go through the field, depending on the width of your vehicle that you're going to be spraying with. But not really so common, at least in the parts of the US that I've farmed in, to see them creating the tram lines like that. Of course, most of the crops that I've planted are corn and soybeans, which you typically wouldn't do like that. Although we used to drill soybeans in thicker than the spaced rows that you see pretty much common now. So I don't know. Farming has changed a lot over the years. It's hard to keep track of what everybody's doing these days when I don't get the firsthand experience that I had, 20 years ago when I was working on a farm. But we are going to wrap up this field here now. And so we're going to take this, I think, right over to the road here. We're fold it up. And we're going to go over here and check on the progress of our courseplay worker. We are almost out of fertilizer, so we're not going to really be able to do much unless I get the fert filled back up on this planter. Let's go see. We're gonna hope that he's at least done with the headlands by now. So it looks like he's on his last round here on the headlands. Just getting that part up there finished out, and once he gets back here, he'll be doing the up and down paths. So he's actually probably a third of the way done with this field already, based on the size and shape of it. I'm trying to think. It's probably not worth it for me to get in the way and mess that up. So I'm going to take this back up to the farm, and we'll go ahead and just get it filled up. and ready for corn, because that's going to be the last of our soybeans. So we're going to do a pretty big corn harvest this year with both of these big fields, especially now that we've got courseplay working for all the different parts. We can, really get things fired up. So I'm excited about that. And then now that we've got our planting going, I think next time we're going to be able to set both these guys up as workers on these big fields for corn and get the sprayer out and start doing a little bit of our spraying in conjunction with the planting next episode. I'm going to whip back around. I forgot what I was doing here while I was talking. We need to fill up the fertilizer. There we go. Are we too far away? I'm not sure. We're going to pull just a smidge closer. Something like that looks about right. There we go. A little tight, but it's going to cut it. And we're just going to pump it full. Takes but a second with this big pump on the truck here. This works really well. If you've tried to unload like a crate or something using the pump on the tractor or whatever, it can be a little slow at times. So we're just gonna disconnect this hose. Probably best not to stand on it, and pull it out of the way a little bit. Good deal. And then let's go put this in the yard, fill up our seed, and we will be all ready for corn. I think we'll just park it right there. And I think it's just the one hopper that has seeds left in it now. Although our seeds is at 60% of that hopper. I think. We'll find out. We should have enough to fill this up though. Oh, look at that. We can actually get it to go into the container for once. Level up. Good deal. All right. Oh, we used all the seed out of the truck. We're going to need to get some more seed here soon. I'm curious how much that put into the planter. It looked almost full to me. 98%. I think we'll go with that. We're good to go. So let's check on the other planter here real quick. He seems to be doing okay. He's finally on his up and down rows, it looks like. Good deal. Why are we going 6 miles an hour? Can't you do 9? Oh, there you go. Courseplay knows what it's doing. All right. Well, with that, this is going to wrap up our soybean planting for the year. We'll let this guy continue doing his thing. And next episode, we will check in on switching over to corn planting and get started on some of our spraying. Maybe do some pre-emerge on the herbicide or something like that. So thanks for watching. If you like the content, please drop a like. It helps the channel. And subscribe if you haven't already. Only about 20% of the viewers on the channel are active subscribers. So hopefully you're enjoying the content and want to see more. With that, that's all for today. Ketterk, out.